Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 51 of Get Real with Rajiv. Like every single episode, I'm going to be answering 4 questions and today Bhakti is going to be the voice of your questions. So Bhakti, what's the first question we have?
Our first question is from Gurudat. I have a set of senior managers. The problem is all of them have huge egos and are always finding faults in each other. Even after many discussions, the underlying rivalry is alive and this is taking a lot of my time and creating hurdles for growth. How should I handle this?
Well, Gurudat, firstly, thank you so much for asking this question. I know a lot of business owners and especially SME business owners who have department heads face this challenge, and I understand how exhausting it can be as a business owner where you become like an arbitrator or a conflict resolution officer of your business and the conflict still does not get resolved. So here's the reality, Guru, that building a team and building a culture within a team is not a process of one day or one conversation. This requires consistent effort, and I can give you some pointers of things that you can do to resolve this conflict and really get people aligned. The first thing is the step of awareness. How do you create awareness in people that the conflict actually is damaging performance, sabotaging performance within an organization? Because people are aware that there is a conflict and they are actually arrogant about it. Some are proudly own the conflict and say, yeah, I know I don't like that person and here are my reasons why. So you need to create awareness by firstly exposing people to some kind of a transformational conflict resolution training. That would be the first step. Now once people get aware and they are put through a transformational training with regards to the conflict topic, and they understand what is the hidden benefit of that conflict. Because think about it, every conflict has a hidden benefit. It's not the valid reasons of why I hate that person, it's actually the hidden benefit of how I feel because I hate that person, and what kind of an agenda I can carry because I hate that person, and also showing people as a result of that hidden benefit what is the cost of the conflict, how it is costing the organization, the business, the culture, and how it's costing you as a business owner. So first step, awareness training. Second step is culture creation. You need to involve people in an exercise of culture creation, and where they design how are we going to behave, how are we going to communicate when situations that can potentially spiral into an ego conflict, how are we going to respond in such situations. And whatever they design has to be visible on the walls of your office. That's more like a commitment that this is our way of resolving conflict and this is our way of not behaving when a situation of conflict arises. That level of commitment has to be generated and it has to be put on the walls of office. From there, once you've designed a culture, then comes accountability. It's not just about designing in a one-day workshop or in a team meeting where we agree on something. People need to commit to it, they need to walk the talk. And if they are not, there has to be permission within the organization to hold people accountable for it. And in that process of accountability, when we are holding people responsible and they respond with an ego rather than reconciling and making changes in their behavior, then such a person should be let gone off. And I can promise you one thing, when one person is fired for not walking the talk of the culture that is designed by the team, automatically it creates a very strong story for the rest of the people to align to the culture of the organization, and it sends out a strong message that they cannot take the culture of the organization for granted. So Gurudat, this is largely a change management process, an organizational behavior intervention, and this is something that I could definitely support you with. If you need more details, reach out to me personally, because I've done this with a lot of large organizations. And I understand that strong egos have to be broken in a strong manner with a lot of compassion, with a lot of empathy, with a lot of clarity. But at the end of the day, your energy has to be strong while you facilitate these exercises, Gurudat. So that is the way you deal with egoistic managers who are continuously taking their propaganda of conflict with each other forward, which is sabotaging the performance of the business. I hope you find that useful, Gurudat. With that, let's move on to the second question for the week. So Bhakti, what's the second question?
Our second question is from Ankit Kolwankar. I lack the technical skill set in my business due to which my employees overpower me. There's always a threat of them leaving which will affect my business. I don't want to live in this fear. How do I tackle this situation?
Well, the answer seems very obvious to me, Ankit. Gain the technical skills, gain the technical knowledge, work hands-on your business, because the reality is this: as an entrepreneur, you don't have to do everything, but you do definitely have to know everything. And based on what you're sharing, it sounds like you don't have the core competence required to run the business, and therefore you're dependent on employees. And when your employees see that, sometimes when they don't have the right intent, they can create a coup against you and just make sure that you are like a hijacked passenger in an aircraft that they've taken over. Though you own the aircraft, now you have people who hijacked it. And please understand this, I don't believe in blaming just the team on that. Sometimes there may be differences in opinion purely because they see the product or service, or they understand the product or service from a technical point of view and you don't. And when you try to enforce, then they try to force back and say you don't get it, you don't see it. So the only option for you, Ankit, to truly own your business and lead your business is to develop your capability technically. You don't have to do it, but you definitely have to own it. That's the next logical step for you, my friend, because that's the only way you can conquer that fear and get over that uncertainty of what if they leave. After you learn it, even if they leave, you're secure, you're sound. So you're no longer letting anybody hijack you or your decisions or your emotions through this journey. I hope that makes sense, Ankit. With that, let's go to the third question of the week, Bhakti.
Our third question is from Kunal Porwal. I like to be in control and don't know how to delegate tasks. I need guidance in growing my team.
Well, Kunal, as a business owner, is control important? Yes, it is important. But what type of control is important? The control of navigating the direction of your business is important. The control of accelerating the performance of your business and your team members is important. The control of doing everything by yourself is not important. And a lot of business owners make this mistake of wanting to control everything and do everything hands-on. And they feel very proud of it, saying, I'm a perfectionist. But the reality is they're not perfectionists. They actually have the fear of delegation. Their fear is my team members will not do the job as well as I can do it, which may be true. But if you want to build a business, then you need to understand, to build a stable and successful business, all the activities in your business need to happen consistently. Marketing, sales, operations, R&D, accounts, human resources management, all these activities have to happen consistently. And one person or two business partners cannot do all these 7 activities consistently. Which means what? Most entrepreneurs who brag about being perfectionists actually are doing the activities only when there is a crisis. They're jumping into marketing when they realize there are no leads in the pipeline. So suddenly they learn digital marketing, or go join a business referral networking organization, or reach out to their old customers, or send emailers to their database. They do stuff only when there is a crisis. When they get some result, then they jump into the next crisis. So from marketing, you jump into sales because now you have sales meetings. You close deals, then you jump into operations because now you have to take care of the customer. So firstly, Kunal, you need to understand that one person or two business partners cannot do every single activity in the business. Until every single activity in your business is not happening consistently, you cannot build a stable business. And I think that realization is powerful enough for any entrepreneur to shake up, wake up and say, hey, you know what? I don't want everything to be dependent on me, which means I need to be open to delegation. So the first step is to be open. Then is to develop the skills of how to delegate. And this is where you need to learn the skills of how to hire the right people, what roles to delegate people, how to develop people's skill and knowledge, how to review people's performance, how to set up a measurement metrics, how to appraise people, or even how to fire people who don't fit into your organization's culture and competence. So that's another second knowledge gap, which is an animal altogether for a lot of entrepreneurs to fill. So I'm giving you steps. Step 1, open your eyes to the realization that without delegation, you cannot build a stable, successful business which is scalable. Step 2, develop the skills so that you can build a team. That's a necessity, it's not an option. Step 3, let go to grow. And trust me, when you develop the skills, you feel more confident in letting go, because you know even after letting go, you can be in control. And that is the stage where you actually transform yourself as a true entrepreneur or a true business owner. And I say this with absolutely no apology. Till you've not built a team, you're not a business owner, you're not an entrepreneur. You're just a self-employed professional who's given himself or herself a job. So if you want to build a stable, successful, scalable business, you got to build a team. That's a necessity. With that, let's move to the fourth and final question for this week. So Bhakti, what's the fourth question?
Our fourth question is from Vivek Rathi. I am an interior designer. To build multiple streams of income, I started learning how to be a trainer because I want to help people. I did promote my webinars to sell my video trainings, but I'm not getting the results I expected. What should I do?
Okay. So Vivek, let me tell you what mistakes you're making. Firstly, you are an interior designer. I am seeing far too many business owners, interior designers, architects, florists, residential contractors. I'm seeing far too many business owners suddenly jump into training and coaching with a very positive intent, some of them. Like you said, you want to help people. I get it. Some of you want to help people, which is phenomenal. And for some people, it's like, my business is not working, so let me become a trainer and coach. I want to tell you the truth. This entire idea of multiple streams of income is this amazing bubble created by internet marketing gurus to be able to sell their internet marketing courses. If you are a traditional business owner, you become more capable to build your traditional business and to scale that up. Instead of going into this, oh, I want to have multiple streams of income, so let me leave my interior designing business. I love making a difference to people. I love talking, so let me become a trainer and coach. Just talking, if that could make you money, then think about the amount of crap people talk and how much money they should have made in life. Training and coaching is a skill. It is an industry of professionals. And if you are getting into this industry and overnight doing videos for creating some video training curriculum and selling it and expecting people to buy it, please understand, people spend money on skills and knowledge where there is depth, where there is content, where there is capability. They don't just buy anything off the internet. So my request to you, Vivek, is this. Vivek, right?
Yes.
Okay. My request to you, Vivek, is that firstly, focus on building your business, which is of interior designing. If you're passionate about training and coaching, then surrender yourself to learning, where you have to acquire multiple skills. Just doing one course or signing up for one coaching group or mastermind group is not the solution. There are multiple skills. You need to learn how to design courses. You need to learn the pedagogy of how you develop curriculum. You need to learn how the science of results work for people, the mindset, the human behavioral aspect, and how you integrate technical curriculum or technical content with behavioral facets to design a holistic, impactful training program. You need to learn how to create videos online where you're giving knowledge away for free so that people start recognizing your capabilities and start building your brand. You need to learn internet marketing so that you know how to boost ads on Facebook and get people into your webinars. You need to learn the skill of selling on a webinar. But most importantly, Vivek, you need to build depth in what you're teaching. There's a difference between having the desire to help people and living in deception that anybody can become a trainer and coach. It takes years of practice, experience, learning, self-development that makes a person reach a stage where they have enough conviction which people can see through, and that's why people buy their courses. So my request to you is really clarify for yourself, why do you want to be a trainer and coach? Give yourself enough time and space to learn from multiple trainers and mentors, because one mentor does not have all the capabilities that you desire. Learn from multiple trainers and mentors, get some practice, serve people at a one-to-one basis as a trainer and coach first. Make a difference in your clients by doing one-to-one coaching for low cost or no cost just to get practice. Build a track record of results, then go and sell your courses and you will see people will buy because you will have depth and substance. I hope this gives you direction. I hope this challenges you and it pushes you to ask yourself, what are you truly good at? What do you really want to do based on what you're good at? And build your business in that direction rather than just get excited by this intellectual glamour of training and coaching. Just want you to be aware, my friend. With that, we come to the end of episode number 51 of Get Real with Rajiv. I know I went full real mode on the last one, but it's important for me to give you authentic advice. I may not have the right advice, but I know for a fact that I do it because I want each and every one of you to get maximum value. So we've come to the end of episode number 51, and here's what I want you to do. Do what I asked you to do every week. Send in your questions in the comment section below and share this video so that more people can get answers and visibility to what they would like to learn about entrepreneurship. This is Rajiv Talreja signing off. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.